Okay, so this is about how to make a lesson for TED-Ed. And of course, there's already tons and tons of ready-to-go lessons on TED-Ed, which you can just use or modify. But I think what's interesting about the site is that you can make your own. So I've already logged in. It's up here. And I click here on Create a Lesson. So it starts out, find a video. YouTube, I've used this video before. We did a technology lesson. Yep, there it is, BBC Future Tech. This is a video that I watched with my students, but I haven't done a TED-Ed video. Yeah. Okay, so what I need to do then is once I've got the right video, I need to come up here and highlight the URL, copy it, and then I go back to TED and I paste that here and press enter. So it's reading the video, it recognizes the video, yep, and that's that. That's a video that I can start editing, well not editing, but that I can start making a lesson out. Okay, so I click on the video and here it is. What I need to do next is go down here to launch lesson editor, which I will do. And we're not really I'm not gonna make a full lesson, but I'll give you a sense of how it works, right? So I can retitle the video if I want to. I guess I will, so I'll say BBC Tech of the Future. Alright, so that's a title. You have to be a little careful about characters. They give you a fixed number of characters, so you can't write a novel, but that's obvious anyway. Alright, so let's begin. That just means they want a summary of what your video is. So write what you want to write. My video is about technology in the future, so a video from BBC about tech we may be seeing in the future. Alright, and then we have these categories again: think, dig deeper, discuss, and finally. Yeah, you can exclude any of these. If you don't want them to show up, you just press exclude. If you want it back, you have the include option. Not important for now. Okay, so for me the main thing is the questions. So I go to think, and you create a question. You can choose between multiple choice and open answer. And right, you have a maximum here, it says, of 15 questions. But 15 is plenty, I think. Alright, so I'm going to choose multiple choice. And I don't remember exactly what's on the video, so let's watch for a minute.
We're slowly becoming more trusting of devices to take some of the responsibilities for our lives away from our brains, and it's almost like this is the logical evolution of the personal digital assistants back in the day in the 90s.
Okay, so I'm going to create a question. So for example, how are our feelings about technology changing? Right? And I can add some answers. So you can have many possible answers, your choice. So answer number one, is we trust it less and less, which is not correct based on her. Answer number two, we trust it more. That's enough for now because it's just a demo. You can write more answers as you wish. Okay, so for our correct answer, the correct answer is B. So, oh, I clicked the wrong one. This is something I find very tricky. The layout's a little weird. So question A, if you want that to be correct, you click this button right here, which is directly next to B. Confusing, I think. For B, if you want answer B to be correct, you click the next circle down here. That I find really annoying, but that's how it is for the time being. Okay, and that's all I need. I press next, preview and save, and I'm going to save that. Okay. So that's one question. Now I want to add one more question, right? So let's watch a little more.
So you'd have those Palm Pilots or devices that you'd use a stylus to put your things to do list on. And now, of course, we talk to our phones in natural language. Siri on Apple's platform.
Okay, so create a new question. Again, multiple choice. So she talked about talking to her phone. So how is communication with our mobile devices different nowadays? And something I didn't do before, but when students make a mistake, you can give them a hint, and I think it's quite good. So what you have to do, is find the exact moment where she uses the relevant words.
Palm Pilots or devices that you'd use a stylus to put your things
So
to do list
here.
on. And now, of course, we talk to our phones in.
Okay, she started saying at 022. So the answer, so 022. That's our time cue. So if a student gets this wrong, they can get a hint. It will automatically bring the video back to 022 where they'll see the correct answer. Okay, so answers all right in. So for example, we can talk directly to them. And then some, which is the correct answer, so I'll click here. And some incorrect answer, I don't know. Well, this is a stupid one. But whatever, we can't communicate with them at all. Anyway, the correct answer is A. There's a time cue. If students get it wrong, they can go back and they can look at it. I press next. Preview and save. Okay, that looks fine. Save. All right. And that's about it. So when I've decided I've got enough questions, I come down here. Preview lets you see what the student would see, but I'm ready to go. So I would press publish. Now, if you want to use Dig Deeper, Dig Deeper is a place, basically you can simply find links. So, you know, this is a story about future technology. Needless to say, I have not prepared this in advance, but it's really not important. Here's a story from BBC called The Technology Headquarters of the Future. Fine, cool, sounds good. So again, I'm going to copy the URL. I'll give it a title. Yeah, copy and paste, Control V. There it is. And there's a link, so students can access links and read more about this topic. Discuss. Yeah, I haven't used it, so I'm not going to talk about that. But you could put up discussion questions. Anyway, I'm ready. I'm done. It's just a tutorial, so I'm going to press publish. My lesson has successfully published. So the lesson's listed. It's on my account. If you have like an email list, you can email this out to all your students. Yeah, if you want to share it on Facebook or Twitter, you can. I never, ever would, but you can. And that's that. Lesson complete.